What's up, everybody? I heard some of you were having trouble with your holes. I mean the dimensional hole, that's what I meant. I meant some of you are having trouble with the dimensional hole. I phrased that fine. Anyway, I heard some of you are having trouble with the dimensional hole, so let's go through. I'm hoping this is gonna be like a quick, not crazy 5-hour long video. We'll see. Please let it not be a 5-hour long video. So we're gonna go through, we're gonna try different teams. I'm gonna show you a couple different teams, especially after the Shayna. Some people were complaining after the Shayna nerf. I don't know how to beat it after the Shayna nerf. So let's go through and we'll see a couple different teams for the level 5. The level 5 here. I think I did all of, have I done all of them? Level 5 here. We'll do level 5 here. And then this one, Illunia Remains though. This is the thing with this. There is, depending on what you want to awaken, you can't just use 3 different 4 stars of whatever. Like, there's so many different teams that you would need to build for this. Like, for example, if you want to do, kind of weird team. If you want to do the Fire Pixie. By the way, the Fire Pixie is like a brutal one. You would have to build 3 different fire units. Like, I can't show you one team to beat this and then carry the last unit. It's like, you would have to do a different thing. And I feel like if I was going to do the fire, I have no interest in doing the Fire Pixie, but if I was going to, it's kind of like a gimmick monster. But if I was going to, I would probably just do level 4 and be like, yeah, I'll just use fire units level 4. It's easy. Instead of fail, like trying to do level 5, fail. Or building new 6 stars just for level 5. I feel like I would just do 5 or just do 4, and it's a little bit less experience. It's just gonna take you like 1 extra. It's like gonna take you like what, 15 extra dimensional hole energy to do it. So that's honestly what I would do for some of them, is to not even do level 5 for these. For the rune farming stuff though, all level 5 for all the rune farming stuff. But if you got to do level 4 for some of these second awakening ones, it's not the end of the world. I mean, it just takes a little bit more dimensional hole energy. So, especially like if some of you are letting it go to waste, then it's better to do level 4 than let it go to waste. You know what I mean? So anyway, let's take a look at different dimensional hole teams for different dimensional hole things. But I'm not going to do these because there's so many of them. Maybe we'll make it a different video because there's just so many different. That's taking a 15-minute video and turning it into an hour-long video. So, and a lot of different teams. First one, Inugami Dungeon. So the Inugami Dungeon is nice because you can use 3 monsters, and whatever you want to second awaken doesn't need to be, like, you don't have to do like the Pixie and the Fairy. You want to do the fire one, you got to do all other fire monsters. You want to do the water one, you got to do all other water monsters. So you have to have a different team for each one you want to second awaken. This one, you can just use the same 3 monsters. So we're going to use the Fran, Shayna, and Ajir because a lot of people have them. You could use other stuff as well, but we're gonna use this because they're fairly easy to get. Well, the Shayna's, we'll use other stuff instead of the Shayna too. But Shayna's got an AoE defense break and stuns. I really still like Shayna, guys. I mean, I know everyone's crying over Shayna because it's just so easy to do Dragons B10 with Shayna before, but Shayna's still a good unit, so I still really like Shayna. Sorry to disappoint so many people, but the attack gauge pushback can be done with Ajir and Fran, and also Lauren is really good for that too. So I went for, we could have used like a 6-star Inugami because this one's gonna die, but I think it's nice to show the 3-man doing it, or 1 man 2 women, whatever, the 3 of them doing it. Phrasing. I think it's good to show the 3 of them running the dungeon without the Inugami is still, for whatever reason, staying alive, but he shouldn't be. But it's nice to, there we go. It's nice to show that this way it's going to be easier when you have a 4th unit in there. So let's go for you. Let's go for you first, because he's got the defense break. He's a little butthole. So we'll go for the defense breaker, and then we'll go for this one, and then we'll try to keep decreasing his attack gauge, decreasing his attack power, and stealing his and doing immunity. So not even getting a turn, easy peasy. We can also do Lauren here, the same basic thing. But, I mean, this, you see the crow's not even... He's not even taking a turn. So, that's one way of doing it without the... We can also do it... I guess my fastest time was 42 seconds. But let's try some other stuff. Here is another team, because I know a lot of people like to do the Inugami. So this is even easier to do. The thing, though, I should have showed the runes. The thing, though, is... The better the runes, the more reliable it is, the higher the success rate. So this is going to be a little bit slower, though, because we don't have as many defense breaks. So we have the attack age pushback. With 2 different units, we have the slow, which is really great. The slow is especially good against the towers in the boss stage. And the Inugami dies. Big surprise, the Inugami dies. For whatever reason, people, like new players nowadays, they have no idea that Spectra's a really good monster. Spectra has super high base speed. He's got attack age pushback. He's got speed break. He can limit... Like, this is a game where it's a turn-based game, right? So in a turn-based game, the more turns you get for the less turns the enemy gets, it's better, right? So we have Spectra and Lauren both reducing the enemy's attack ages. We're limiting the enemy turns, which is very strong. Very, very strong. Even good... You know what? This is even... The nice thing about these is I'm trying to use things, I'm not trying to use like different like, oh, things that no one's going to build and just use for this. But these are things that you can use in TOA as well. TOA hard. You could, both of these units are really solid against boss battles. The Lauren and the Spectra. Both of them are on Swift. Swift focus works just fine for these two. Or you could even put the Fran. I mean, Fran's on Violent. I have pretty decent runes on my Fran, but the Spectra I ruined so long ago. But this is kind of a slower team because there's not as much defense breaks, there's not as much damage because Spectra's third skill doesn't even hit. Let's do that one. Let's do that one. So this Lauren is on revenge. So we're just limiting the turns that left tower gets because he's the one doing the defense breaks. We would need... Thank you. I wanted to make sure we don't get the... Don't die! So. Left tower... It's nice to go for the left tower first because that's the one setting up a bunch of defense breaks for the boss to come in and nuke. Or the right tower to come in and start doing damage. But now we have these heal blocks, which is not fun. Not fun. I mean, Fran still cleanses, but still. It should be just fine. Look at that. Fantastic. Boom, boom. And that's not even the fastest team. So both these teams should be just fine. 2 minutes 20 seconds, but it's 3 stars. Like I can't make it easier to obtain than that. It's literally 3-star monsters. Did you summon any scrolls? Did you? It's not even scroll, like secret dungeons. They're all secret dungeons. And then Fran is from the shop. So they should be very easy to obtain. Next dungeon, Fire Bear. So we can basically use, because it's still Cars on Remains, we can basically use just the same team. We have some attack age pushback, we have some defense breaks, etc., etc. We have the Fran, because Fran is amazing. And we'll use this team, we'll use the other team as well. This is, I don't have any other Awakened Bears. I was going to build him when he first came out, but let me show you guys the runes. So the runes on Shayna, nothing really too crazy. She's on speed, she's not even grinded or maxed or anything like that. Yeah, I should have at some point tried to fix that. The runes on Fran, maybe a little bit fast it doesn't need to be Will for this, obviously, but maybe a little bit fast for... The funny thing is, this is actually a slow Fran for where I am. Like, for my level of play, this is a slow Fran. But it might be a little bit fast for other people, but you do want some good runes on it, right? So you're gonna need... I mean, the runes, the better the runes, the easier it's going to be, the more reliable it's going to be. This Ajir, so you actually don't even need to have, if you can't get, because I know these might be hard runes that come by as well. It's very slow. Rune's very slow. Aside from the crit rate, I would like higher crit rate and accuracy on him. But if you don't have the crit damage and you don't have a high crit rate on him, if he's violent, good speed, you can put some weird stuff on him. Another thing to note is, keep in mind that if you are doing the Dimensional Hole for Second Awakenings, you don't need to have these monsters runes. Like if you have your best violent set on something else, You can put it on a Jeer to farm Dimensional Hole, and then you can take it off him when you're done farming Dimensional Hole. It's not the end of the world. Like, you don't need it on him permanently. Or you can use other stuff for here too. Chilling is another nice unit. Let's start the thing. But Chilling is another nice unit for this level as well. Because Chilling with his first skill is just gonna strip the what's his face? The Fire Bear. He's gonna strip because the Fire Bear does the buffs. And people are saying they're having problems with those Fire Bear buffs, like the Revenge buff. He's got a shield, and the left crystal does a shield, and then he himself does a Revenge buff. This Shane has taken some damage. I mean, you can also alter the runes specifically for, like, if you find like, oh, I need to make something more tanky or something faster. Speed is a big thing here, though. Like, in every area of the game, like, if you're having problems with it, you may just not have enough speed or control. So, increase the speed and control more. It solves many Summoner's War problems. Increase speed, control more. Not doing as good in RTA, increase your speed and more control. Not doing as good in Guild Wars, increase your speed and do more well, Guild Wars is more about increase speed and kill things. But yeah, for the most part, can't do TOA hard, increase speed, more control. Are we supposed to be going for the... You know what? I don't mind going for the right tower. It started going for the right tower, but yeah, let's go for the right tower first. Because it's going to keep increasing the attack gauge, going to keep turn cycling for them, so... F that right tower. And it's done. Okay. So let's... I wasn't even trying to go for that left tower, but... This way it doesn't get the... See, now it's still on. I wanted to... I should have confiscated that, right? So, the Chilling is nice here, though. Let's see the Chilling after this. This Ajir does not want to do anything, man. Did you say don't strip anything? Hey, there we go. There's exactly what we wanted you to do. So we don't have to go for the right tower. We could have just, we don't have to go for the left tower. I do like going for the right tower first. I think it's good. But now he's just not going to get any turns. So we're going to keep, we don't have a defense break right now, but... If we just keep him from moving, keep putting dots on him, by the time he moves, he's eventually just going to fall over and die. And he's not, look at this, there's just so much cycling going on, he's not even moving. He's not even moving, he's not even getting a chance. We'll do something different, we'll do Chilling here too, though. Chilling will be so beautiful. So amazing. He's not even going to get a turn. He's got all those dots they're never going to tick off. Okay. Bear number 2. We'll do a little bit of a different team. So this is going to be Chilling. Boom, boom. He's on Swift Revenge. Speed, defense, H5. I was actually curious about how my Chilling was ruined as well. I was actually curious. So let's see. He's going to keep stripping that boss, though. That boss is never going to get his things up. Oh, we should have showed Lauren runes. Lauren's fast. She's on Swift Revenge as well. So, a little bit faster than Chilling, though. But Chilling doesn't need, like, there's not even close. It was just Chilling's, like, whatever value sets. It's not supposed to be, like, super duper fast. Or doesn't need to be super duper fast, rather. He can function quite fine without having your fastest Swift sets. For PvP, though, the faster the better. So, for PvP, you might want to have him moving, like, before your Ganymede if you're going to use the Chilling and Ganymede. I got wrecked by Chilling. I'm not proud of it. I got wrecked by Chilling the other day. I was like, because you never expect the Chilling. Like, this season, who's using Chilling? Then you see Chilling. You're like, oh, that's fine. It's just Chilling. He's not good. It's like, oh, never mind. I forgot that he gets crazy. Things get crazy and he starts stealing buffs. Stealing attack power buffs. We bring the Fran in. And he does damage based on speed, and he's like, and he does that, and he doesn't he increase the speed, his own speed, by the amount of buffs that he has too? He gets insane. He gets actually still an underrated unit, even by me. Like, I even underrate Chilling. So, look at that, steals the buffs. That's exactly what's gonna happen when we get to the boss. Boom boom, boom boom. Do some more boom booms. I like that. I like that I didn't even bother to put a 5th rune on this bear. He's 6-starred. He's level 35, but he actually is 6-starred. When this first came, you know what? That's fine. I don't really see the need to do the left tower first. I mean, it's just the shield, and if we have chilling in here, then the shield is kind of pointless. Like, thanks for the shield. So, the right tower first is nice to go for, but we'll see how it does with just hitting the boss first, because we got a lot of attack gauge reduction here, so we should be just fine. And slow and speed up for our team, so boom boom. Doesn't even get his things on. But if he did get the things on, he would just get chilling stripped. Maybe he will get his things on. Get your things on, boy. Why are you not getting your things on? They would just get stripped anyway if he got his counterattack buff. But you see, like, between the speed buff and the speed break and the attack gauge reduction for his for the bear, like, he's not moving. So, not a super fast time, but it works. Now, we are in the Forest of Roaring Beasts. So, I actually did a whole video of multiple teams on this. So, I'm not going to do multiple teams on this. If you want, I'll leave a link in the description so you guys can check that out as well. But I already did a whole video on this one. So, let's show what this is. I just do whatever the team that was already in it. So, this is not a speed team. There's other teams that are, like, faster. Like, for example, Shayna, Garrow. What else? Shayna, Garrow, Fire Inugami, and Hua is a pretty popular speed team for this, if you're looking to go fast. But this should work reliably, and you don't have to worry about, like, getting super crazy runes. So these are just reliable support bruiser kind of things. Kamoon is just great for so much. Kamoon is like, hey, I don't want anything to die. So let's do some things. And then we have the Skogul just doing a bunch of damage. We don't even need, like, there's other teams for this too. There's other nice teams that could be good for this as well. So I kind of want to show all of them, but no, I said we were going to be not a super crazy long video. And like I said, I already did a video specifically on this, showing multiple different teams for this. So, hooray, he's back. Don't throw the, I knew you were going to throw the rock. Good job, we needed that to happen. We needed that rock. So we just, I mean, we could target something specifically if we want to, but should be fine right now. Okay, and everything can take some damage though. That's the nice thing, is like everything, when it's tanky bruisers, it can take some damage. So if you're trying for fast, make sure everything does a ton of damage, right? If you're trying for safe, make sure everything can withstand some hits. If it can't withstand hits, then things are gonna die. Obviously. I mean, that's like the most obvious thing that I've just said, but you know the drill. And even if this, even if the Kamoon gets stunned, his shield goes up regardless. There's other things though that are good here, not just the Kamoon. So there's many different teams. This is just a fairly. Let's go for this guy first. Don't you kill my friend, man. Don't you kill my friend. So now Fran has the shield. Took some damage, but survived it. Trust. Fran is so good. Like, I don't know. There's still people that are like, I'm not going to build Fran. I'm like, why are you not going to build Fran? So. She's so good. So good. And we got the Skogul damage. Actually, that Ramagas is going to take, do some craziness. We should probably target him. But it's fine. Because we have the shield. See? Kamoon's so OP. He's gonna crotch though. I knew he was gonna crotch. Okay. But we're not even targeting things. Like, this would be even more reliable if we were like, let's target the Ramagas next. So, let's start targeting things. Seems like it would be a good idea. Instead of just hitting things at random. Although, I kind of feel like all of these things here would be equal target, what? Bella's got a defense break. Let's not save her. No, that wouldn't be, yeah, thank you. That wouldn't be smart. I guess we could just hit the boss. It's fine. It's fine. But is it fine? Is it fine? We could also do things like Vertigo wouldn't be bad here. And we don't necessarily need Bella. Like we could do other things. But again, I've done a video on this already. So 341, not super crazy. But we'll also let me show. I said I wasn't gonna do multiple of this. Let's show a speed team now, though. This team is kind of the meta speed team for this dungeon. Fire, because Fire has element advantage. And then we're going to go first with the Shayna. I actually had to change my speed tuning for my Shayna. I had to make her faster for this. But do this, AoE defense break, start killing things, start killing more things, and then Shayna should have her AoE defense break again right here. So, lots and lots of damage. Did I say Fire has... Yeah, Fire has element advantage. I think I already said that, though. But that's why you see a lot of people that are speed running this are using this team. So let's take a look at what it does for the boss. Let's go for the boss. That's the whole point of this. And then we do the team up, and he is down once. I don't really run this speed team. I'm just showing you guys that this is kind of the meta team. Okay. Hooray! And now we die. We might die, though. Okay, so Shayna's down. Goodbye, Shayna. But we should be fine. We should be fine. We still have the defense break. Although, this speed tuning right here, no. We want to go for the boss. We don't want to go for the other stuff. We want to go for the boss. So this is the meta team. This is not necessarily that I'm using it. I just wanted to show you guys what it was as far as the speed team for this. Don't you even do that, bro. So I think this might be a new best time for me personally. Yeah, 1:14 seconds. So again, preface this by it was not speed tuned right, so we didn't do as good as we could have. But still, 1:14 seconds is not bad. I just wanted to show you guys the meta team, what people are using to clear this in like around 60 seconds. There's more efficient tuning than mine, but this is just the way that people are doing it for the fast runs. So now we are on to the Sanctuary of Dreaming Fairies, and yes, this is it is totally a speed team, guys. I don't know what you're talking about. It's totally an attainable, free-to-play speed team. This is personally the team that I use for it. It's not a fast run, it's a very slow run, but it's very reliable. So basically, they do their ignore defense damage, and then something comes in and revives them. And it's tanky, and it's bruisey, and it does all the tanky, bruisey things. It's very reliable. It's very, very, very reliable, but it is not free-to-play friendly, and it is also not fast. So I'll show you guys, and then we'll show you a different team as well, like a second team that's faster and more reliable. It's basically just about having bruisers and revivers. The revivers that I have happen to be Nat 5s, and the bruisers that I have happen to be Nat 5s, because those are what my better runes are on. But you don't necessarily have to do that. It's more about just having the revivers there for a reliable run. So that last team time, the last time team, no, that was right the first time. The last team's time wasn't even that bad, but a lot of times it's like a minute or two longer. It just happened to not be that slow that time. So we will try it with this team. This is I hate this team, by the way. I'll just be honest with you. I don't like this team. This is the meta speed team that a lot of people are using for the best time, but this is not a reliable team, and I don't like that it's not reliable. Like, I don't want to farm Dimension Hole and then lose Dimensional Hole energy. I would rather just take a minute or two longer and do that instead of do a risky minute and a half team. So that's just my 2 cents. I'm not a big fan of this. It's just maybe for a best time on the leaderboard, but aside from that, I don't really like this. I don't really like this team. So I just want to be honest about it. So we have some big burst damage. We have some more big burst damage, and it's already dead. And then we're going for another defense break, and then no other defense breaks. And he's gonna take this off now, though. Oblivion, but it really doesn't matter too much that Oblivion. We do need some more defense breaks, though. Yeah, that's not good. So Galleon is not dead. Okay, that's good. Always good to have Galleon not dead. We do have other units that basically does what Galleon does, but didn't even go for Galleon, bro. Okay. So anyway, this is the more meta speed team. I just wanted to show you the meta speed team. 1 minute, 21 seconds. I don't run this team. I don't like this team. It is a new best time because I don't run this team and I don't like this team. I prefer the reliable. You only have a certain amount of energy that you can even use. You can use all your energy, even with a slow safe team, you can use all your energy in 1 day. So you don't really need to do the risky team, in my opinion, to try to get for a little bit extra time. But anyway, guys, that's it for this one. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I wasn't gonna do there is also the Alunia Remains, but I don't there's so many different teams. That would have to be like its own video in itself. So anyway, hope you guys enjoyed it. That's it for this one. And if you guys want to see all the different teams for Alunia Remains, like there's a lot of them. So it would have to be it's a lot. That's 8 different 8, and then if there's alternates, that's 16. So between 8 to 16 different dungeon runs. So yeah. Anyway, we could do it. Let me know in the comments below if you want to see it. I will see you as always in the next one.